So we're going to start at the end here and work our way backwards. So you can see here I have got two files. This one here is my web page, and this one here is the style sheet. So what this is it sets the style for my web page. This is H1, which is obviously heading 1, which I've got one of on this page. If I change this to pink, for example, Control S to save, and if I refresh this, it goes pink. So let's get to this point now. So the first thing we're going to need to do is set up a folder for these to go in. So I'm going to go on my desktop. You should save this into your OneDrive. We call this CSS practice 2 because I've already got a CSS practice. So we've now got our folder. What I need to do now is open Notepad. So I'll just close this one down. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up my actual web page itself. So let's take this code. Now, it's always better to type it yourself if you can, but in this stage, I'm just practicing. So as you can see here, we're setting it up as a HTML document. Anything between these two tags is HTML. We've got our head of our document here. Let's just spread out so you can see it. So there is my head. So I've got my practice. That's the title of the web page, which will appear in the tab. And then in my body, I've got some H1s, some H2s, and I've got some paragraph font as well. And this is going to allow us to play with this. So we're going to have to save this as a web page. And I've asked you to call it csspractice.html. And I'm going to do a little cheeky copy here. Let's get the letter L as well. C to copy that. So File, Save, Desktop, CSS Practice 2. I'm going to call it csspractice.html, and that's going to save it as a web page for us. Okay, so as you can see, I've now got my web page. Test it. Yep, it looks fine. So what we want to do now is we want to make another page. I'm going to open Notepad. So what we're going to have is, where's our original code gone? Sorry. This is our original code, and this is going to be our CSS. Now, the way CSS works is we tell it which element we want to change. So I want to change H1, so I'm going to write H1. And then we press space and open a bracket. And the best practice here is to press Enter. If I want to change the color, C-O-L-O-R, American spelling, color, colon, let's do red, semicolon to finish that, and then we close our bracket. And we're going to save this, Control and S to save. We make sure it's in the same practice, in the same folder as our original HTML document. We're going to call it stylesheet.css. So this tells the document that we're saving it as a CSS file and not a text file. So click Save. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to have to attach this to this. So in the head of the document, we say link. Okay. The relationship is style sheet. Type is, I need to put this, sorry, type is, I'm making mistakes all over the place here. Sorry, guys. The type is text, that's CSS, text or CSS. And the hyperlink reference is, let's see, remind myself what I called it, stylesheet.css, stylesheet.css. I'm just going to double check I've typed that correctly. So link relationship, stylesheet, type, text CSS, href equals stylesheet.css. No, look, I've missed that out. So we're going to save this, Control and X. Now, hopefully, when we refresh this, in fact, I'm going to open up separately just so you can see the difference. Now, can you see it's gone red? So you can go back to your style sheet. Pink. If we refresh this one. Okay, it should go pink. Sorry, guys. And it has gone pink.